Hey everyone, welcome back to Echoes of Vinca. Today, we're stepping into a time machine to explore what daily life was like for the people of the Vinca culture, one of the most intriguing ancient societies in Europe. How did they eat, work, socialize, and survive? Let's dive deep into their world and uncover the real lives of our Neolithic ancestors. 1. The Vinca settlements. Early urban living Vinca people weren't just simple farmers, they built one of the earliest examples of organized settlements in Europe. Unlike the scattered small villages of other Neolithic cultures, Vinca sites were well planned and showed signs of early urbanism. Their settlements were quite advanced for their time. The houses were rectangular, made of wattle and daub, with thatched roofs. Some structures even had multiple rooms, which suggests a division of living spaces, possibly indicating different functions like storage, sleeping areas, and communal cooking spaces. These homes weren't just randomly placed. Many settlements had streets and communal areas, something rare for this period. Archaeologists have even found evidence of wooden walkways and platforms, possibly used to keep houses above damp ground or to provide stable paths between structures. Imagine waking up in a Vinca home. Inside, a clay oven warmed the space, and smoke from the fire seeped through small openings in the walls. The house was furnished with woven mats, pottery, and tools. It was cozy, practical, and designed to support daily life. Household items such as grinding stones for flour production, clay figurines, and cooking utensils were essential parts of their daily routine. Another fascinating aspect of Vinca settlements is their long-term habitation. Some sites, like Vinca Belo Brdu near modern-day Belgrade, show evidence of being occupied for over 1,000 years, a testament to their sustainability and adaptability. Unlike other Neolithic cultures that frequently moved, the Vinca people managed to create stable communities where generations lived and thrived. Their houses weren't just simple shelters. They were designed with efficiency and durability in mind. Thick walls provided insulation against harsh winters, while strategic openings allowed for ventilation during warmer months. This level of architectural planning hints at an understanding of their environment and a commitment to long-term settlement planning. 2. The diet. What did they eat? The Vinca people were skilled farmers, but they also relied on hunting, fishing, and foraging to supplement their diets. Their ability to cultivate food and store it efficiently allowed them to sustain their grown communities over long periods. Staples of the Vinca diet, grains, wheat, barley, and millet were ground into flour and used for baking. Legumes, lentils, and peas provided protein and dietary fiber. Dairy products, evidence suggests they may have consumed milk and cheese, possibly from domesticated cattle and sheep. Meat. They raised pigs, sheep, and cattle, but they also hunted deer, wild boar, and birds to diversify their protein intake. Fish. Rivers and lakes provided a steady supply of fish, contributing to a well-balanced diet. Fruits and nuts. Apples, plums, hazelnuts, and acorns were common and often dried for storage. Honey. Wild honey was likely used as a natural sweetener and possibly for medicinal purposes. A typical meal in a Vinca household might have included a stew of grains and vegetables, cooked over an open flame, accompanied by flatbreads and dried fruits. One of the most fascinating aspects of Vinca cuisine is their early use of fermentation. There is speculation that they might have brewed a form of primitive beer or mead, using honey and grains. Fermentation not only preserved food, but also provided an additional nutritional source, as fermented foods are rich in probiotics. Cooking was often done in large communal spaces, where families and neighbors would gather to prepare meals together. This sense of shared responsibility helped strengthen the bonds within the community, ensuring that no one went hungry. 3. Clothing and personal appearance. Vinca people didn't just wear animal hides, they had textile production, too. Clothing was made from woven flax and wool, dyed using natural plant pigments. Their style and self-expression were surprisingly advanced for their time. Vinca fashion. Men likely wore tunics and simple trousers, designed for ease of movement while working. Women may have worn long, draped dresses, which were practical and comfortable for daily activities. Both men and women adorned themselves with jewelry, shell necklaces, bone pendants, and copper bracelets. Tattoos or body painting may have been used for ceremonial or social status purposes. Hair was probably kept long and braided, with some decorative head pieces. The intricate patterns found on Vinca figurines suggest that body decoration was an essential aspect of their identity, possibly marking social status, marital status, or religious affiliations. Another interesting feature is their early use of cosmetics. Some archaeologists believe that Vinca women used natural minerals like ochre and charcoal to create makeup, highlighting their eyes and faces. This practice was common in later civilizations like the Egyptians, so it's fascinating to see early traces in Vinca culture. 4. Social structure and community life. Unlike later European civilizations with kings and warriors, the Vinca society seemed to be egalitarian. There's no evidence of rulers or elites, suggesting a communal way of life. Settlements appear to have been cooperative with shared resources. Women may have held important roles, given the prominence of female figurines in their art. Community life revolved around farming, trade, and collective decision-making. The lack of major fortifications or defensive structures indicates that they were not a warlike society, instead focusing on cooperation and development. 5. Entertainment, art, and music. Life wasn't all work. There was time for art, music, and storytelling. The Vinca people expressed themselves creatively through pottery, figurines, and possibly early musical instruments. Pottery decoration may have been a form of creative expression and cultural storytelling. Music, flutes and drums could have been used in rituals and celebrations. Games, simple board games or dice-like objects have been found in other Neolithic sites, suggesting the Vinca people might have played similar games. Conclusion: a glimpse into our ancient past. Vinca culture was more than just another prehistoric society. It was a pioneering force in early European history. From their advanced settlements to their early use of metal, they were a society of innovators, artisans, and community-driven people. So, what do you think if you lived in the Vinca era? Which role would you have played? Farmer, potter, metalworker, or storyteller? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more echoes of Vinca. See you in the next video.